Oh, started.
Learning to fly this thing, Morty, is going to be really liberating.
Hello, this is Erik Wolpaw. I'm a writer at Valve.
Jay Pinkerton, another writer at Valve.
Hey, it's Gabe Newell. I work with these guys at Valve.
Gabe likes to say he works with us at Valve, but just he's being modest. He actually founded Valve and is our boss, just so you know the invisible power dynamic in this commentary.
This is one of the great things that it's amazing how they pack so many existential themes into this show, where Jerry matters so little that they haven't even realized he's in the back of the spaceship.
I always wondered, is that supposed to be vomit coming out of Rick's mouth, or is it drool? It's green.
I think it's vomit.
Nope.
He's burping it up, right?
It appears and disappears too, from scene to scene. Just real quick, to give you some idea why we're doing this, we're actually recording Justin Roiland next week for a VR project we're doing, and he asked us to do it, and you and I immediately said yes. We mailed Gabe, and Gabe said yes, but then Gabe had the kind of deflating statement of, I don't know what we're going to say, which immediately made me panic. And Gabe doesn't know this, but I spent the next week sending mails to Justin's producer trying to get us out of it.
You had some great excuses,
and I had some really good excuses. I came all the way up to just manning up and saying no. But to this Mike Mendel's credit, he would not bend.
He was tenacious.
He's like that guy in Unbreakable. He would not let us off the hook. So we are doing it, thanks to Mike.
So I don't understand. So you guys write comedy super well, and they have these really serious topics of anonymity and life is meaningless, and your choices have ramifications regardless of what your intentions are, and they make it insanely funny. I keep waiting for the show to run out of gas, and it seems to be picking up momentum as it goes on. So how can you have that whole scene with all these Jerrys? Jerry is invisible in the back of the spaceship, and he's completely replaceable by, here's your ticket, get some random Jerry at the end, and yet I'm laughing the whole time.
I mean, I think that's why it's been such a mutual admiration society for us, is this show, Erik and I had it introduced to us by Heather Campbell, our artist on the comic, and she was telling us how great it was, and it just sounded like such a...
Yeah, and also in our defense, she's got good taste in comedy, but half the stuff she recommends is like Cartoon Network stuff that seems specifically targeted at 7-year-old girls.
And Rick and Morty sounded like such a show that was like no offense to Justin and Dan in the title, but we just had no idea what it was. We finally watched it, and I think we were all just blown away by how out there it got, to what you were saying, Gabe. Like, it's not afraid to get really dark sometimes. I remember from season 1, there was that one throwaway gag that shows this creature literally coming into being, growing old, and dying within the space of like 1 second.
While they're running, and Rick's
in the background.
Rick's like, don't think about it. And that was where it hooked me. Where'd you pick up on it, Gabe?
From you guys. And here, this scene is great because, Morty's trying to have this moral judgment, Jesus, Rick, you're selling weapons to assassins. And it turns out that the worst choices and the worst decisions being made in the entire show are actually Morty's, and a whole bunch more people die as a result of what he's trying to do out of, essentially 1960s, love and flowers.
That's another dark thing, and I wonder if that's just them satirizing TV itself, because there's always that kind of moral ending to any comedy, and I notice in season 2, it's Morty who always is the moral one and always does the wrong thing. I think there's that later episode with Stephen Colbert too, where he tries to befriend these kindly native people and ends up regretting it immensely.
I think it's a recurring theme through the whole show. Although we should table this. I have something else to say about that, but this is potentially the best gag all season.
Oh, that's true.
The Roy game is just great. It's a perfect mixture of just utterly stupid and totally funny, but also really, really dark and sad.
Yeah, the fact that you get an entire lifespan. I think this was my favorite joke of the entire season as well.
So what I wanted for this is I wanted a scoring system that seemed like it would have just created a whole bunch of opportunities to make people's choices meaningless. Like, I wanted Morty to cure cancer at one point.
Right.
Basically get 3 points. And then Rick, buys a Ferrari and gets 1,000,000 points. And just Morty's outrage over the scoring system and how artificial it seems.
Yeah, I could see this being one of those great YouTube things where you just want to see how people got the high scores, Like, just watching Morty's just casual everyday life and how you get into it and there's no jokes at all. It's just this clever life, and then in a moment, not to spoil it, but Rick just destroys the game in all of 3 seconds.
Also, Rick's got a great line here of you beat cancer and you went back to the carpet store.
I just love, you'll watch, it's a little joke, but the fact that when Rick's burning his social security number, he's looking at the camera while he's doing it.
Right, and that's what gets everybody fired up.
he's the only one too, I noticed, when he goes in, and presumably this is happening, he's going a year a minute, he's still talking to Morty.
He's such a master of it that he can actually maintain a conversation. This is good.
I also like thinking about this from Roy's point of view, that all this pain and suffering and successes are basically diminished to the point that they're just an arcade video game.
Right.
So, going back to the one thing, I don't want to talk for Jade, but at least for us, the darkness or whatever the theme is tends to come second. You write the jokes first, and then you kind of look at them and see what themes might be emerging, and then push them. But we found it's a great way to actually make the emotional moments hit harder if you squeeze them between a whole bunch of jokes.
Well, and Justin actually came up a while ago, not to peek behind the curtain too much, and showed us some of the works in progress of season 2. And I mean, just to make it look as effortless as it does, I mean, I can attest, they slave over this stuff.
So I do want to, this was probably the actual most emotional moment for me, because she asked him if he wants to go see Midnight Run, and they're super excited about it. And I would be excited about Midnight Run. I love Midnight Run, but I think they're trying to say that if you're, Jerry's a loser and he loves Midnight Run.
Maybe it's the director's commentary part of it?
Yeah, that was a nice little backstory for, is this Crabapple Mike? Crumbuple Mike?
The cool thing was, when I came in here to where we're recording this, Erik was actually adjusting the tint and saturation on the monitor we used.
I do that all the time at home. I can never figure it out.
I love how upbeat this guy is about murder. I don't think I've seen that particular character so much. He is just, the way that he is just so happy to see Morty at the beginning and talking to him as if you were talking to a baby, but about the fact that he would happily murder a child or a woman for him.
It was like the list of things you can never do in a movie. You can never kill children or dogs or old people. Yeah. It's like...
I think the actor of this is he was in Eastbound and Down, right?
Oh, he was the principal.
Right,
Eastbound and Down.
You don't understand. This guy was gonna kill someone.
I also like these guys are just continuously the red shirts of the Rick and Morty universe.
I'll tell you my entire backstory, but Grandpa and government don't get along.
He saved my life.
There's a little foreshadowing in the last episode of the season.
Was Michael's target?
One thing that I don't totally understand is how Rick portrays himself as having no choices. Like everything that follows from here, where he's shooting back at the cops and so on. He says, once the thing gets put in motion, my hands are tied. I just have to go ahead and kill all these people, and it's your fault.
Yeah, I think he even says later on, he'd just be back at Chips and Blitz.
Right.
Which is not entirely wrong.
No, I mean, I think all of these murders are on Morty's head. Never do the right thing, kids.
The Purge episode, I don't remember every detail, but Morty eventually ends up killing a ton of people in that, too.
Yeah.
Do you think they're being explicitly political with some of this stuff, or is it more like we're puncturing, optimism and naivete?
I think they seem pretty equal opportunity.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Oh, here, okay. 2 seconds from now is where the body count officially now is bigger than the assassin's body count up to this point. It's a nice use of portals there.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So those insect guys, they're the ones from season 1 where it's they're robots, but it ends up they're just bureaucratic robots.
I didn't know they were robots.
No, they're not.
Right.
And he casually kills people.
Oh, this is another, this is 3 minutes. They built this entire society for this 3-minute gag, and this is great. And as far as there's some Garfield back in the background there.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know how long it takes.
That is a good
to
point
make these sets.
For the people who write the show to know that no matter how hard they work, they will never be as successful as Garfield. And that kind of fuels.
For a while, or if you still have that gun K. Michael dropped, we could finish the.
I also like that they managed to sneak almost through the back door some of the filthiest humor, and there's one example coming up very soon that because it's a science fiction universe, they can kind of get away with it in the same way that Twilight Zone got away with political commentary. These guys can get away with just some of the filthiest stuff because it's not quite human.
Oh, great. Just a hop, skip, and
And Twilight got away with the subtext of
little punk-ass little bitch.
hiding your sexuality behind a beard.
Actually, there was something even worse that Jay always tells me about, not to go off on a Twilight tangent, but is there a werewolf that is literally dating a baby?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of beyond Rick and Morty.
Well, I think the idea, though, is that he is planning to
That
wait.
sex robot from the first season, I like that. That's basically his first ultimate fantasy.
There's a butt. There's a...
Whoever does the creature designs for Rick and Morty is really
Rolling
good.
Stones.
The Rolling Stones?
Yeah, the lips.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of butts.
But we make sure.
Guy from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah. Doing David Bowie, rest in peace.
Goodbye.
We knew we knew two people from New Zealand, right?
Oh, yeah. So during Portal 2, we were thinking about getting some people to do some songs and some voices, and we thought about getting Flight of the Conchords, but
This isn't a musical number.
we have two people from New Zealand here, and kind of were joking with them that small country thing where we're like, well, one of you guys must know Flight of the Conchords, and Christian actually did know Flight of the Conchords. I think I'm remembering that right.
Yeah.
And the schedule just didn't work out, so the story kind of peters out there at the end.
I love the fact that, and this is another one I don't see often in comedy, the joke is that Jerry's just normal. It's not that he's like completely stupid or that he's like Homer Simpson. It's just that he's bland. He likes really crappy stuff to forward people. He loves just screwing with the back of a television. I love the banality of it.
Well, and those are the lost Jerrys, right? The ones that have completely decoupled from reality, and they're just sitting around. There's no interesting drama. There's no horrible, filthy habits.
The way the show goes, like, I would assume Rick and Morty didn't actually abandon them, that those Rick and Mortys have just died in some horrible way.
To alter the composition of atoms like
That's
this.
a form of abandonment.
Sure.
That was oxygen. I added 71 protons to it.
Terrific. The fart.
Fart to poop gold.
No wonder every cop in the system.
My third favorite line.
Yeah.
Another Garfield reference.
You know how inconvenient that's going to be to my work?
Yeah, I do like the season 2. They go way more into just the various universes and just exploring the galaxy a bit more. I think they're some of my favorite episodes in season 2.
Gotta look out for number one.
Oh, here we come. This is the thing you could not get away with if this wasn't sci-fi coming up.
Right.
I love the puking cops. I'm pre-selling too much of it, but it's great.
I'm assuming this probably isn't the first time somebody's watching this.
I apologize to whoever decided to listen to this
I
first.
should have kept our mouth shut so
There
we
we
could hear
go.
the dialogue.
Just gagging on it.
I love the fact that his kryptonite is twigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Wigs.
Oh, here we go. Just these two rookie cops have seen too much.
Also, it's just they're kind of holding on to each other for support too.
So how do they do this, right? I mean, after season 1, I figured they were exhausted, that they had shot their wad, that they weren't going to be able to sustain it, and you guys are done. You've run out of ideas.
Oh, 10 years ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Why do you think they're able to?
I think for me, it would be the expansiveness. Like, it really is. It's like Simpsons meets Outer Limits or something. And by having a format, by the way, that guy looks like James Hetfield. I have no idea if that's intentional or not. I think just by having this kind of format that lets you explore these deep, not funny ideas, there's so much you can take from. There's 80, 90 years of these hard sci-fi ideas that they can kind of play with in a comedic format.
And also stumbling or being genius enough to come across two characters that have such a great dynamic together.
Yeah, there's your favorite line. You missed it.
Yeah, that's my
You could have left at any time.
favorite side character in this episode.
Morty, take the wheel.
I like this too.
Whoa! Jeez, damn it, Morty! I'm trying to find this thing.
It's just a completely random joke, right?
But just
But seriously, just the amount of detail in these worlds, and you see them once, and you never, you know what I mean? Like, just the...
So what was interesting was, you probably remember when Justin came down for the day, he showed us a rough cut of the first episode. I don't know if you remember the first episode, Gabe, the one where the timeline's all split.
Yep.
And didn't work that well. I mean, he admitted as well.
He admitted it, so we're not burying Justin by saying this.
Something wasn't working, and it just, the explanation for the splitting was really complicated.
It really got tied up in explaining how this was happening. And then I think, we watched the final one, and it just moved. It was hilarious.
Moved, but they fixed it all.
Yeah.
As far as we could tell, they fixed it all with just simplifying the idea and the dialogue without redoing the animation.
Yeah, you don't need 5 minutes of explanation of why this is happening. They just move to it.
It was kind of heartening to see how much they managed to fix just with switching around some dialogue.
So watching you guys in action, so much of what you do comes as a result of a social process?
Or procrastinating.
Yeah, and then there's some stress gene, like pheromones or something.
Oh God, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, we better write something soon.
I mean, is that sort of well understood in the field, or that it's
every writer I've known? I mean, if you meet a writer who loves writing, I would not trust them because any good writer I've known dreads the act of it and loves seeing it in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, does not want to do it. Will postpone it as long as humanly possible. But the social part, I mean, I guess some writers sit in a room, maybe novelists, but for coming up with funny stuff, it's hard to do it just sitting there with nobody to bounce anything off of.
Yeah, I think there's different types of comedy too, right? Like there's stuff that you can do on your own, and then there's other stuff that when you're in a room with other people, you're almost trying to top them. And I've worked in a few writers' rooms, and it's just like
it's disgusting.
The creature designers again, the Cronenbergs.
But yeah, it becomes can you top this person, what they've said, and etc. And I think you get a lot of great material from it.
How do you think your process is different from what goes into the writing on this show?
Well, we're
fewer
not
of
as
us.
good as they
No,
are.
not as the end product.
It's probably pretty similar. I mean, just talking to Justin, I would assume, and talking to other people who work on TV shows that we know, the writer's room tends to be the filthiest place imaginable. Like, HR does not want to be in there, because there's this thing where you have to... The worst thing to happen is if the energy goes out of the room, and everybody's just kind of dragging, and the way you get the energy up is saying the most awful thing you can possibly say.
I mean, the biggest difference talking to Justin is that, we have the luxury, we can just pop stuff into the game and boot it up and see if it works, whereas Justin was saying there's more of you got to send it off to an animation studio and you kind of cross your fingers and hope that it comes back, and then you're constantly working with them to make it perfect.
Yeah. We have the extra complication of not being able to tell necessarily a straight linear story either. And we've got to kind of write it in the margins a little bit.
Here it is. This will take me back to my mind.
I'm gonna miss you, Fart. I'm really sorry your name isn't Fart.
I will be back soon, Morty.
We're all
After I return to the others with this
being
location,
quiet
we will...
preparation for the big payoff.
Cleansing?
Carbon-based life is a threat to all higher life. To us, you are what you would call a disease. Wherever we discover you, we cure it. You said yourself that life must be protected even through sacrifice. You haven't changed your mind about that. I can sense your thoughts.
The payoff here is so great. Like, I'm watching this and I'm totally feeling for Morty, right? It's like, oh my God, I have to deal with the reality of the choices that I've made.
And you're kind of, there's a nice little turn here too. I'm pre-selling it, but he does the right thing. He kills this thing.
Yep.
And he also has been carrying the gun with him the whole time.
Yeah, which I forgot to mention it earlier, but they actually, just so you remember that it's there, about halfway through, they slip in a little line about the gun again. After the first time you see it. Unlike the Purge episode, he's actually not happy about this.
Yeah, it's interesting that they do give him quite a big arc, I guess, because, I mean, Rick really doesn't change at all, right? I mean, you find out more of his backstory, but I kind of like that he's just a constant. He is Rick.
Kind of, although there are moments, they scatter him through where his kind of cynical facade, he pokes through with he cares about the family a little bit.
The end of the season 2.
Well, the end of the season 2, they hit it with a sledgehammer, but in the Unity episode, you remember where there's
also he rescues Morty, like, I'm going back to the arcade, and then he...
Right.
He rescues Morty, and in the Unity episode, when she blows up the island, and there's that brief moment where he's like, my grandkids weren't on that, right?
Right.
In a way that sounds like he's actually worried. Poor Jerry.
Darn right, bro. Roy rules. Must be nice.
There's our Jerry.
I missed you. Hey, Rick.
Glad you're safe, Jerry.
So-
What do you say we go?
I like, yeah, we said it earlier, but yeah, the fact that it does not matter whether or not they got the right Jerry.
Yeah,
That's a blips and shits.
I guess they could.
Way to go.
They just trade him. Like Rick clearly identified that Jerry as their Jerry, but it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, that actually went pretty quick. Well, that's it. We're happy to have done it.
Yeah.
Anybody have any parting thoughts?
Justin, we'll be seeing you next week.
See you next week, Justin.
Brilliant show.
Yeah, it's great. We're looking forward to season 3.
Yeah, keep it up, man.
These are the credits. They're still going.
Season 3. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No comment.
Oh, wait. I don't think I've ever watched it to this part.
Well, get on over to Blitz and Chance! We got one game. We got a whole bunch of games here. We got Chabos and Flobos, and you can shoot things.
We should have
Come over
Whack-A,
here,
Jerry.
Play the game.
Oh, Roy too, Dave. That's good.
And 2 kid just got here. Get over here at Chips and Chits.
It's a coolest
Squirt,
place in the
squeeze,
world.
spray, and
I
pray.
get to be in the
All
commercial.
right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.